Hi, welcome back. This is a series again on the book J. Oswald Sanders, and we're going to go over chapter 1. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and get started with you right away. And what we have here in chapter 1 is an honorable ambition. That's the name of the chapter. And the honorable ambition here is based on two scriptures. To aspire to leadership is an honorable ambition in 1 Timothy. And in Jeremiah, we find the verse, should then seek out great things for yourself, seek them not. They almost seem contradictory, but as you read the chapter, you start to understand what ambition is and what ambition isn't when we're seeking to have ambition that's for the glory of God. So when our ambition carries out a burning desire to be effective in the service of God, we realize that God's highest potential for our lives. And we can keep both of those verses in mind when we carry out our burning desire to be effective in the service of God versus effective in any other way. And Jeremiah wasn't condemning all ambition. Ambition is not wrong, but when we're motivated by selfishness or a desire to elevate ourselves, that's when we run into trouble. Ambition, which centers on the glory of God, can actually be quite powerful. So desiring to excel is not a sin, as some people may have had that misconception. I know I did at one point. What you want to look at is your motivation, because that determines ambition's character. Ambition that centers on the glory of God and the welfare of the people and the welfare of the church is actually a mighty force for good. All Christians, in fact, are called to develop their God-given talents to make the most of their lives and to develop to their fullest potential. I like to say that God desires us to become the best versions of ourselves. The best versions of ourselves are the way God sees us already. And he promises in his word that he's going to finish the work that he starts in us. So if it's his promise to finish the work that he started in us, then we just simply need to walk in it. So can I invite you to be a leader just by following Christ? And following Christ in and of itself, he will lead us to be the best version of ourselves. Thank you for joining me today.